Well, Bruins, it's finally that time in the sports season for another Bruin Report. I'm Rocha.
And I'm Sinofsky.
We're here at ES Rose Park to check in with the men's and women's soccer teams on their Missouri Valley Conference play.
Kicking it off with the men's soccer team, the Bruins sit with a 1-5-1 record in the Missouri Valley Conference. That's heading into tonight's senior night matchup against Lipscomb University. Though towards the bottom of the MVC standings, the team is led by veteran head coach David Costa. His experience could help the men pull off some upsets this postseason.
A coach like that could really guide a team through long seasons and tough matchups.
Definitely. He took over after the 2018 season, the team's 10th straight losing year. After a rocky first season, he's posted 4 straight years with an overall winning record.
Now looking at the women's team, the Bruins are currently 5-4-1 in conference play and sit 4th in the standings. With Sydney Jones in the net and Reagan Ross dominating the field, the Bruins have had a lot of success this season so far.
A big part of that success is head coach Kelsey Cameron. This is Cameron's 2nd season with the Bruins, and she's already put her name in the women's soccer history books.
I love Cameron's drive to really make her team as clean and quick as possible. Even in her first season as head coach, she led the team to the MVC tournament and had 3 all-MVC players on the roster.
With the way the women have been playing so far, I think they've got a great shot at clinching a spot in the MVC championship this year. But let me ask you something, Kat. Who do you think stands out in the women's team?
Well, Matt, I think Ava Lobaki's speed and accuracy makes her an important player to the Bruins' entire dynamic. She currently leads the Bruins with 5 goals and 11 points. But we can't forget about graduate goalie Sydney Jones, who's dominating the MVC with 6 shutouts and 74 saves, placing her 3rd in MVC standings.
Well, as they say, defense wins championships, and Jones is certainly setting the women up for success.
Okay, Matt, let me ask you the same question. Who on the men's team do you think is a standout player?
Well, they got bright spots on offense and defense. Senior midfielder AJ Chastanet leads the scoring attack for the Bruins. He surpasses all of his team with 5 goals and 12 total points so far this year, which puts him at 9th in the MVC in both categories. That's helped him become one of the program's winningest players alongside fellow senior Eric Stiles.
Chastanet won MVC Offensive Player of the Week back in September, while graduate goalie Grant Culver was named MVC Defensive Player of the Week on Tuesday. Culver has 4 clean sheets this season and helped the men capture their first win of the year and first road win in over a year earlier this month.
Yeah, he had 4 saves and shut out the University of Illinois Chicago for the first time this season. A gritty game for sure.
And with the women's team finished with their conference play, what do you think the men's team needs to do in order to clinch a spot in the MVC championship?
Well, the men's team has one last conference game that's away against the University of Evansville. The men have really struggled on the road these past 2 seasons and will have to be prepared for a tough game. Luckily, they'll have some practice tonight. The Battle of the Boulevard matchup is a non-conference game, but it gets fiery. If the team can lock in against Lipscomb, they'll be more than ready for Evansville.
I think the Bruins have a tight window to get the team locked in and ready for the championships. With that final MVC game against Evansville next week, the Bruins need to focus on their strengths and work on their dynamic as a team.
Well, they've got the talent, they just need to bring it all together.
Well, that's going to be all from us.
We wish both teams the best of luck in the MVC championships. And who knows, maybe the Bruins can bring home the championship title. For VNN, I'm Sinofsky.
And I'm Rocha. Until next time.